So right now I am actively trying to put on as much weight as possible. So for me, a cheat meal is actually a really good thing. So I have cheat meals all the time, to the point where I can't even call them cheat meals. They're just really meals. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Tom Holland, and today I will be talking about my diet and how it informs my training. My philosophy behind my diet is that my diet is far more important than what I do in the gym. I would say for me to see results, it's 80% diet and 20% fitness. I try to be strict and healthy. I travel a lot, so I find it really difficult to get into a routine of cooking for myself. But yeah, so dieting, I wouldn't call it dieting, but eating healthy is a big part of me staying in shape. I'm always trying to have a healthy amount of vegetables, and when I say healthy, I just mean a lot. My girlfriend's a vegetarian, which is really helpful because it means that more often than not, I'll be having a veggie meal. But yeah, I'm mindful about what I eat, especially this past year. My brother and I, we live together and work together, and we famously have had the worst diets ever, especially when we're working. So we've both taken an active decision to really try and make a difference in our diet, or a calorific intake. Typically for breakfast, I will have a bowl of porridge with a bunch of fruit and nuts, accompanied with a shake. The reason I do that is I like to get up early and I like to get the day started. And if I have to cook something, I feel like it really slows down the day. The berries give me a bunch of fiber, the nuts give me the fats that I need, and that I feel like sets me up for a great day. The carbs from the oats give me that nice long-lasting energy. So that'll be that. Lunch, typically if I am not bulking, I'll skip lunch. I very, very rarely will eat lunch. And then for dinner, I'm so lucky, my brother Sam is a really talented chef, so he's been building all of these amazing recipes. So really every night I'm going over to my brother Sam's house and eating whatever it is that he's been cooking, which can range from sticky bao buns to a traditional roast dinner to, a chicken Veronique. So it's very, very fun stuff. So that's what I've been doing recently. I'm very lucky that my default setting of my body is that if I don't train and eat, I lose weight. I have to really consciously think about maintaining size. So for me, a cheat meal is actually a really good thing. And yeah, I'm a sucker for an In-N-Out burger. I go for a double-double with raw onions. I don't like their fries. I don't understand why their fries taste like cardboard. So I'll go for 2 double-doubles with raw onions. That's my order, yeah. I take supplements depending on my fitness goals. So right now I'm on a pretty steady flow of creatine and protein. I also take a protein shake in the morning, which is filled with all the minerals and vitamins that you need to be living a healthy lifestyle. Yeah, that's kind of about it right now. I did a film called Uncharted with Mark Wahlberg, and something that came out of that movie is we came to work together. The movie shut down because of COVID, and in that interim period where we had 4 months off, I noticed how much bigger Mark was than myself. So in that 4 months, I just pedaled to the metal, went as crazy as I could in the gym and in the kitchen, and got to the heaviest I've ever been, which isn't that heavy, to be honest. Like, by my standards, it is. And it was really cool. I felt really strong. I felt like I had a lot of power within me. So that was a drastic change. Spider-Man 3, Jack, who's a mate of mine, and Duffy, who is our trainer, we just really, really got into CrossFit. I'd never done it before. And I just really loved the kind of competitive edge of it, setting goals, trying to beat your personal best. I really, really enjoyed that, and we got very fit for that job. So that was a big lifestyle change as well. The hardest thing I've done in terms of dieting for a role is somewhat a contradiction to what I've been saying throughout this interview, but I cut as much weight as I could for a film called Cherry. Incredibly proud of that movie. It's one of my favorite and best experiences I've ever had as an actor. I was trying to keep below 500 calories a day. I was working out like a crazy person. I was dropping weight really, really quickly. I then did it again for a TV show called The Crowded Room, and I've kind of vowed to myself now that I'll never do that again, just because it's not worth it, and it can actually promote quite considerable health concerns down the line, so I wouldn't do that again. There's a whole bunch of different things, really. The thing I've been cooking the most, because it's a really easy thing to batch cook, and it's also really good for me with what I'm trying to do right now, is I do a chili but with lentils rather than a mince. It's very flavorful, it's really tasty, it's healthy, and it's ultimately full of all the things that I need to put some weight on. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I wouldn't consider it a date night. It was a regular night in the household, but it was a nice chili. We sat down. I'm currently watching Grey's Anatomy, and we watched about 7 episodes of Grey's Anatomy and ate chili. And yeah, I was probably farting a lot because it's very gassy. My favourite carb is potatoes. I absolutely love potatoes. I'll have a potato in any form it comes, even raw. I love them. I absolutely love them. It's the Irish in me. My favourite protein would either be cod or chicken. The reason why I like cod is because to cook it is really easy. I just bake it in a bit of tin foil with chilies, lemon, garlic in the oven, and then that's kind of it. You don't have to cut it up, you don't have to season it really. It tastes really good. And then chicken, you know, in a whole plethora of different ways. Stir fries, roasts, all that sort of stuff. I do not dip my pizza crusts in anything. A friend of mine that I play golf with actually is the guy responsible for the garlic dip at Domino's. That's what he does. He like makes sauces, and like all the McDonald's sauces, he makes them at his factory, I guess. So he'll be very disappointed to find out that I don't partake in his sauce. But my brothers do. They love the garlic dip. If I had to have one meal with a character I've played, I would have it with Peter Parker, and we would get to the restaurant by mode of swinging there. You know, he's my hero, he changed my life, so I'd probably like to sit down with him. Hey guys, I'm Tom Holland, and thank you for listening to my diet, I guess. I really appreciate it. I hope it's insightful in some way, or on what not to do, maybe. But thank you for listening.